We're going to talk about timelines and the correlation between timelines and a cotton ball. All right. So I know I'm just thinking of a way to talk about and explain a complicated and difficult subject, because we're taught that timelines run like this linearly. You're born, then you die. A, B, A to B, with events in between. But that isn't how time works. It's more so like a cotton ball. Let's just imagine. Let's first look at the cotton ball. You ever take a cotton ball and start separating it, and you see all those tiny little fibers that you can see in the cotton ball? You see that? See all those little... So imagine that you're like this microscopic, maybe not microscopic, but something living on one of those little strands there. And your attention is at a specific point on one of those strands. And that's your timeline. Put the cotton ball there for now. That's your timeline. Now, you want to... The time moves in and out, up and down, left and right, in all directions. And depending on the frequency match, see, all these timelines all exist at once, like this cotton ball. They're all existing at once. But now I am this higher density consciousness, this energy. I see within these timelines there is a point, or there's highlights within a point. And the attention that I am giving to that section within this cotton ball, it interests me. And this is life between lives, I guess you could say. And this is something that I've seen firsthand, and what people in a hypnotic state, reaching the higher planes of existence, will speak of. And so you give attention to that, and you want to have that experience. You want to have, for whatever reason, there's many different reasons why you would decide to have that experience. It could be for karma. It could be because you want to help yourself evolve, or help a friend within your soul group, or your partner, your soul partner, and not to be confused with the soul spark. Okay, just another soul that you're very, very close with, and you help each other out, probably within a group. And so you give attention to that experience for whatever reason. Or it could be that you were stuck in an incarnation loop and you don't even return back to that plane of existence, back home, and you get trapped in a soul loop, and you do this without even full knowledge of what you're doing, because you don't completely ascend. But that's another subject, and I don't want to overcomplicate this. So that's what time is. Timelines are. So you give attention to this section that looks like this when you are from this perspective, but from the higher perspective, you see more so these events is what you typically will see. That's what you see. It's you have the attention for the experience, and you'll see glimpses of probabilities of events throughout the life. You don't go and see a TV that you watch from beginning to end. You see glimpses, and there is a room or an area of sorts where you are able to go through this process, but you get to see these events. And so you decide, yes, that's what I want. But these are probabilities. They're not definite. So let's just say we come here and we start off in this life. And again, I'm going to start off here. So you start off here, A. Then you go, your first event, I don't know. Your first event was going to be when you're 5 years old, you were going to suffer an accident where you you lose a hand. Right? I have not planned this, so bear with me. So you lose your hand in event B. So as you're going, and then this event was going to lead to other events and whatnot, and this was going to lead down here to this event where event C, because you lost your hand here, but when you're 5 years old, but then here when you were 10, you realize that you're different and you go into depression because you lost your hand. So this is what happens here when you're 10 and you fall into depression. And then you have probabilities, you have seen them. And the reason why can be umpteen different reasons why you chose this experience and whatnot. Well, let's leave it there. But let's just say you're coming here and you are like, you meet someone in this life, because again, it's not that you watch it linearly when you're incarnating, because you are attracted to the frequency of that time, the events of the time more so. So what happens here is you change your mind. You are here in the physical. You are the creator of your reality. You do not have to abide by any soul contract. Now, it's been predetermined that you were going to have certain events, destiny, if you will, but you can change it once you're here. And so what happens is, come on, close the door. So what happens is you change your mind. For whatever reason, you meet someone and you don't want to lose your hand and you don't want to go into the depression because you met your best friend. You met your best friend. Close the door, please. You met your best friend and you want to have a different experience with your best friend. So you come and have this event here, event C, and this event C does never happen, depression, because you don't lose your hand. Oh, so you don't lose your hand. So event B turns into you meeting your best friend, and you go down this road. So event B turns into best friend, BFF. Then you go to event C, which when you're 10 years old, I guess, 10 years old, you go down a different path, and you and your best friend come up with this awesome idea where you guys invent a cool game. I'm just winging it here. So now this, you have a different trajectory, but now D, you have different. So the next event, and you have infinite amount of possibilities as you go. So a timeline is more so like this. It is not linear. It's not linear, and there's no such thing as destiny in a sense. Yes, there is a contract per se. It's not like a contract, you're punished if you don't follow it. But there's some type of an agreement, an idea coming in, but then you can change it. I don't want to go down this road. I want to go down this road. And then as you go down here, no, I want to go down this one instead. And then, no, I'm going to go back up over here. And these are emotional events. And that's what the memory is. Your memory is a culmination of linearly of emotional events that have happened in your life. But the time isn't linear. It is as we perceive it as we go. What we are perceiving is the manifestation of our life, of our time as we experience it. And so, as an individual, you have your own timeline. your own set of events. Your whole reality is yours because these are yours, right? These are your emotional events. That's why when you do a past life regression, the emotional events is what you are able to bring out, and that triggers the past life regression and the memories, and then opens up to other things. So the key is emotional events with the past life regression. But okay, so time is like that, and you can jump. And so frequency is a direct correlation with time. Frequency. Everything is frequency. So with frequency, what happens is this timeline, let's keep it with this one right here, right? This time may have a start off with 100 frequency. Again, in other videos I've kind of showed it, but again, I just use the number so it helps us understand. This is event 100, correlates with that. B, this is step B, right? Well, let me erase this. So this is B. Okay, so this is A, this is B. So A is frequency 50, right? That's you being born. Then B, the next major emotional event, is when you meet your best friend. Could be a match of 100. So C is 150, let's just say. And again, there's no such thing as these numbers, but it's just to help us understand. So C, so on and so forth. So whatever your mental state is a reflection of your frequency. So if you are thinking positive, if you're thinking good things, then you're, for argument's sake, let's just go with your numbers are going to be higher. So let's just say event C, you do something fantastic. It brings happiness, whatever, something great or what have you. 150. But now your mental state starts to diminish and you start thinking negatively. And now this one is 125 because in event D, something happens that's negative. And even if something bad happens to you, you could always turn it around as a positive. You can always flip it around and turn it into a positive, no matter how bad it can be. And I understand that's very difficult to do if it's something very traumatic has happened. But meditate on it. Work on that. That's the higher perspective of these events, is that there is positive that comes out of it and you flip it into a positive. And so D was 125, and what happens is you lose your parents could say, and now you can continue down a downward spiral, and your mental state is, I'm a victim. I can't do anything. I lost my parents. That's it. Over and over, these negative thoughts are going to continue to lower your frequency, and now the timeline events, which seems like a timeline, but the events that, as we mentioned, that have a frequency match are going to continue to lower, because since you are the creator of your own reality, by you having these negative thoughts, I'm a victim, I lost my parents, there's nothing I can do, I'm going to be lost forever, I'm going to struggle, this is horrible, then you're telling your subconscious, your conscious mind, your everyday mind is telling your conscious mind, your subconscious mind your conscious mind is telling your subconscious mind, hey, this is negative, I want this, this is what I keep saying. So it's like, okay, let me just keep bringing out these events. This is what you want. You're the creator of your own reality. You're the one running the show in the physical there. You're the one running the show in the physical, having this event. You keep okay, well, I'll keep giving you these negative events, and these numbers keep lowering, and the events follow the frequency match for those events. But if you stay positive and you keep coming up and you go 200, 500, 1,000, 1K, you're going to follow the timeline of positive events. Even if something negative happens, you say, no, my parents passed away. Obviously a sad thing, but this is a test for me. This is to see if where my mental state is going to go. This is a test where I will come out successful. I will I will triumph this trial. The odds are against me. I get it. A lot of people who fall into this and lose their parents at a young age may not be able to get out of it because of depression and whatnot. But not me. I'm going to be successful. My timeline is going to match these positive events. Despite this negative event that happened, I'm going to turn it into a positive. I'm going to mentally create and tell my subconscious mind, no, we're going up. We're going up. And now subconscious mind says, okay, yeah, I gotcha. I'm going to be sending you these good events. Timeline is like that. It's a frequency of events. And it goes up, down, left, right, all directions. You can literally create whatever reality it is that you want. So, quick explanation of timelines. Seems convoluted, I understand. Best I can do. My advice is meditate. Continue meditating and ask for guidance if you're having difficulties. But yeah, I have seen firsthand that there's so many timelines. Picture infinite amount of circles or globes, which are frequencies, and within it's a whole dimension, but it goes all directions. So they're stacked up, left, right, up, down. So you can walk down a hallway and see nothing but these spheres, toroidal spheres of frequency. And you can pop in one, have an experience, and have a positive outcome, and say, man, wow, that was tough. I lost my parents, but I am going to put the work in to be victorious in this test. I'm going to be successful. I love them. I miss them, but I'm going to continue on. Positivity. Okay, next event. Okay, yeah, we get a break. We have somebody helping us, watching over us. That is a good person. They're doing the best they can to help us. Okay, all right, we may be not have all the financial means that I would have liked. My parents were better off financially, but that's fine. I'm going to apply myself in a way where money is not an issue. I'm going to definitely get out of this. And you get a break here. Boom. Financially, you get the break when you, turn 18 or whatever. I hope you get it. You start a business or what have you. Okay, it's successful. Okay. Or no, it wasn't successful. It was a fail. Oh, wow. It seems like a drop in frequency. Whoa. But no, I learned a lot from that failure. I learned that I should have not done this. I shouldn't have strategized my business this way. I should have done that. I learned from it. That was actually a good thing that happened. Now I know I learned from my mistake. Now I'll definitely know what to do next time. So I'm gonna do it. And now you see success in a business. Boom. Okay. Peaks and valleys, frequency. It seems like a bad event, but I'm gonna turn it good. Okay, now my next event. Yes, now I'm seeing, okay, fruits of my labor. All right, Sarces, continue the good work. Much love.
Yes, get it.